Well, here we are, Christmas Eve already. How did I do? The results are out already. What time is it? 5 to 4. I'm in zone 2, and I done 2 crosses this week because I did my free one, which I usually do, just a free one. But as it was Christmas and they had big cash prizes, I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll do the 250,000 as well. So I done a 250,000 ticket, and I had half my money back, like £3.33. But I think I used some credit anyway, so sort of not exact. And we've had a couple of £2 credits this week, which has thrown me out a bit because I've used them. But you know what it's like, you've got to add a couple of pence to it. I think I spent one on a ticket on a Ferrari, but I had to add a bit. Anyway, zone 2 for me. See, now, the average was higher than my cross, if I remember rightly. Yeah, I think it was about 100 and odd. Actually, I think oh, that's not bad, actually. Yeah, the average is much closer. I'm just looking at the winning cross was 1464 on the X, and our average was 1455. So that was only 9 out on the X. That's a sideways one. And our average was 1268 on the up and down. And the winner was 1301, so it was 33 out. So we were 9 pixels and 33 pixels out. So it's quite possible the average was actually in zone 1. But I didn't think it was that high, because I didn't think that many people would go up here somewhere. It didn't make sense to me, so I stayed down lower. But I had his line of sight, which happens every week. I get one of their line of sights more or less spot on. I can't get them both, though. Otherwise, I'd be winning, wouldn't I? But yeah, I had his line of sight, all right. I just didn't go high enough. And if I'd gone higher, would I have gone far enough? Would I actually followed his line of sight and gone to the left a bit? I don't know. I didn't think they'd go that high, because when you close up on this fella on the right, his eyes, he's looking at the top of his head. I mean, his head looks as though he's looking higher, but his eyes are actually looking at the top of his head. So I thought, well, really, it should be sort of down here. But I suspect some of the judges are going to go higher, so the average has to be higher. So let's have a look at the judges. Not a bad cluster at all, although there's 8 judges, and I think most of them, 5 of them, are sort of further to the left than I would have thought made sense. I was over here a bit. I was down sort of at the top of where the cursor is now, down by there somewhere. I can't, looking at his eyes, I can't see that it could have been over there. But nevertheless, the judges did go that way. 3 went this side, and 1 went higher. Still not that wide a spread from the player in the front here. With this guy on the right was always the problem, in that everybody was going to go higher than where he's actually looking, but you had to make up your own judgment. Well, okay, I've got to go higher than that, but how high? And there we are. So all 8 judges, and this is the result. They didn't take any judges out. I can't see how they could have, really. I haven't watched the judging. I just spun it through to the end to see if they took anyone out, because they talk bollocks most of the time, so trying to justify where they've gone, which I suppose is their job. But yeah, that's all 8 crosses there, and that's where the winning cross went. So I mean, I suppose, going on the fact that all the judges are sort of more or less clustered together, you have to say, well, okay, the judging was all right then, even though I don't think now, and I never did think, he should be anywhere near that high, because this fellow was never looking up there. But there we are, we're stuck with it. That's the result, can't do anything about it. I got half my money back. Don't know what I'm going to do. I'm actually in the silver this week. I must have spent more than a tenner over the month, which is unusual. Well, I got a silver tier this week, so I think I've picked the dearest car so I can take the cash, because the BMW M3 Touring as a free ticket was cash alternative was 62, so with the 50 there's 112, and it's nice little number, that. So by the time I pay the £1.50 out of the credit, right, that's that over briefly, quickly. I haven't looked at the winners video yet either. I know he won a Mini, but I haven't actually watched the video. I do like to watch the video because some of these people are so excited. Right, let's have a look at Revcomps. Oh no, what am I talking about? Let's have a look at this week's picture. Right, I've just done my cross seconds ago. While you were sitting there waiting for me, I just seconds. So it's randomly thrown in there quickly. Basically, what I did was just I drew a line from each guy. Now this guy at the back here on the left. He's looking quite steep, isn't he? So I've drawn a line up from him. This guy's also looking very steeply, almost vertical, but not quite. So I've drawn two lines quickly up there and slammed across in there. But I think it could be absolutely anywhere in that area, probably in a 2-inch bloody diameter circle. Could be a huge area up there, and I think that's what will happen for our average on Saturday. I think we'll have a huge spread because both these are separated from each other, and it's going to be the ball's going to be a fair distance from both of them. Although, when you look at the fella on the right here, the way he's sort of getting dragged back, screwing up his face, he's right in the thick of the action there, isn't he? So it seems a bit weird that the ball can be that sort of high away from him. I would have thought, if it wasn't for this fella at the back they photoshopped in, I would have thought it was only just above his head. But of course, now we have to take in this consideration, this fella who's looking all the way up there. So I'm up there on the windowsill for now. That's my first one. I'm sure I looked at this yesterday. I can't remember, but I'm sure I looked at it yesterday, and I was much lower down his window and to the left. But looking at this fella, he is looking quite steep. So I don't know, but I'll look at it again throughout the week, and I may well move, and I may well be an inch further away than I am now. But that's 2845669. So I'll leave that as a first coordinate for this week. So let me know how you got on, guys. If those of you who went to the average would have done okay, and leave a coordinate for Saturday. So we'll have another look on Saturday when we're all bloated because we stuffed our face all week. Right, now let's look at Revcomps. Well, there's no draw now Thursday. They're not doing well on Thursday. They didn't tell anybody, but I had an email off them about something, I don't know, some offer or whatever, so I fired one back and said, can you give us a clue what's going on Thursday? Because I haven't had an email or anything to say you've cancelled it, and yet there's no cars. So Amy messaged me back and said, yeah, well, they decided not to do it Thursday because nobody will be watching over Christmas. And yet nearly every other competition site has got draws on Christmas Day and Boxing Day. So I was a bit surprised at that, because people will be at home. And they've put a couple in the auto draws for Thursday to make up for it. So Ferrari, no, I didn't bother. £7.5, 30,000 tickets. I thought, nah, let's give that a miss. The Audi RS Q8, £200 a ticket, and that's on the early bird, and that's usually 10% off. So it's probably going to be about £220 a ticket. That's going to end up going up to. Didn't do an honest Volvo, although it looks nice. I thought this was a bit too pricey, £12 a ticket for this Wild Track, so I didn't bother. I do like the Golf R, and this is a Golf R Performance. What I like about the Golf R is that it's the fastest one, 300 brake horsepower, 4-wheel drive, but it looks normal. So nobody's calling you a dickhead or a poser or trying to race you everywhere, because it just looks like a normal Golf. The problem with this one, and why I didn't go for it, is because they've had the £4,000 option of putting the Akrapovic exhaust on, or Akrapovic, however you pronounce it, I don't know. So I don't want to be driving around in this car, if I want it, sensible, just looking like a sensible car, but, fast when you wanted to. But then every time I slow down on a roundabout or the traffic lights, just going pop, 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 and drawing everyone's attention. I thought, nah, I can't be dealing with that. So I haven't gone for that. But I did say I'm going to win an Audi before the end of the year. So now I'm playing for all the Audis I can find, just to stick to my word. So I did have one on this, even though it's a 2-litre petrol. It was 7,000 tickets and £6 a ticket. Yeah, and I won a £5 credit last night on the What's the Word draw anyway, so I just had to add 97 pence to it. This one's just popped up. I only noticed now when I logged into it like 20 minutes ago. Sunday the 5th of January, £1 million. But it's £7.5 a ticket, near enough. 200,000 tickets. I thought, fantastic prize, but that's a lot to be spending that much, you know, £7.5 on when there's 200,000 tickets. I mean, if there's that many tickets, I'd want to have a good chunk in there. I'd want to have sort of 10 tickets at least. I think you can only buy 10 these days. But then that's £75. If you've got £75 to spare, go for it. But I wouldn't be buying that many tickets. I thought I'd be one, maybe two, and that's still sort of, you know, if I bought two, it's £15, and yet it's 200,000 tickets. So I won't be playing that. But somebody's going to be a millionaire instantly. That's mental, isn't it? Right, what have we got then? So this is the Audi I've got for tonight's draw, and it's only 49% sold so far. That's a diesel Quattro. Didn't bother. I haven't heard about this van all week. 15,000 tickets, £7 a ticket. Cash alternative, 50 grand. I did have one because I had credit. I think last week I did have one on this Mini and one on this. I didn't on this Suzuki Jimny that they've done to look like a G-Wagon, even with all Mercedes badges on it. And this has popped up as well in the last sort of last hour. It's Audi RS6 Avant, or £60,000, but 60,000 tickets again. So see, the temptation is it's like £2 a ticket, but 60,000 tickets. So again, you know, is it going to be like, should you have 20 quid's worth and have 10 tickets? I don't know. Anyway, that's that. Let me know you get on. Leave a coordinate for Saturday. And most of all, whatever your religion is, just enjoy the holidays. Spend time with your family and your friends and everything. Eat way too much and get as drunk as you can. And I'll speak to you all on Saturday. Good luck, everyone.